Hello everyone! Today we're going to talk about the inversion of intervals. If you want to invert a musical structure like intervals or chords, what you do is to take the lower note and put it up an octave. Or take the higher note and put it down an octave. In this case, we see the interval of perfect unison. The two pitches are the same, so there is no lower or higher one. If I want to invert perfect unison, I need to grab one of the notes and bring it up or down an octave. And what we created is an octave. We found out that if we invert perfect unison, we create a perfect octave. So let me just draw this into our little table here. There we go. If we invert perfect unison, we get a perfect octave. What happens if I invert a minor second? To invert the minor second, I can bring the lower note up an octave or the higher note down the octave. In this case, I will bring the C up an octave. If we check this interval, we find out that it's a major seventh. So the inversion of a minor second is a major seventh. Let me just draw this into our little table. Here we go. Let's try the next one. So what happens if I invert a major second? I'll bring the lower note up an octave. And I see I created a minor seventh. So an inverted major second is a minor seventh. How about a minor third? And I guess by now you can already predict. To invert the minor third, I'll bring the C up an octave. And what I get is a major sixth indeed. So from looking at this, we can actually predict that the inversion of a major third will be a minor sixth. And if we look at the inversion, indeed it is a minor sixth. And also we can predict that the inversion of a perfect fourth will be a perfect fifth. Let's check. I'll bring the C up an octave. And we see that the inversion of a perfect fourth is a perfect fifth. Now how about the tritone? Well, our table says the inversion of a tritone is a tritone. Let's double check that. Here we have an augmented fourth. I'll invert it and we see that the inversion of an augmented fourth is a diminished fifth, which is also a tritone. And if I invert the diminished fifth, indeed I get an augmented fourth, which is also a tritone. Now another interesting thing is, if you add the numbers, you will always get a result of 9. 1 plus 8 is 9, 2 plus 7 is 9, 3 plus 6 is 9, and 4 plus 5 is 9. So that's it on the inversion of intervals.